You felt it, haven't you? That slow, creeping dread that blossoms in your chest in the final moments of a purchase. You did the research. You found the perfect deal. A flight for $99. A hotel room for $150 a night. A concert ticket to see the artist you've loved for years. You saw the number, you agreed to the number, you budgeted for the number. But then, you get to the final screen, the last page, the moment of truth, and the number is wrong, it's bloated, swollen with line items you don't recognize, written in a language that feels intentionally confusing. A resort amenity fee, a carrier-imposed surcharge, a facility charge, a convenience fee. What is this feeling? It's the cold, slick realization that you've been played, that the price was never the price. It was a lure, and you, the eager consumer, are now tangled in a nearly invisible net, woven from hundreds of tiny, legally sound threads of pure extraction. These aren't mistakes. They aren't glitches in the system. They are the system, a shadow economy hiding in plain sight, designed to systematically drain your wallet, one baffling surcharge at a time. What if I told you there are more than 45 of these parasitic fees lurking in the things you buy every single day? And what if I told you you can learn to fight back, to see the net before it closes, to kill the fees before they kill your budget? The tense music swells and then cuts abruptly. We shift to a smooth, clean shot of a travel booking website. The tone becomes more investigative. Let's begin our journey, where so many of our dreams do, with travel, the promise of escape. A new city, a white sand beach, a mountain retreat. You find the perfect hotel. The pictures are stunning. The price seems reasonable. You click Book Now, and you've just stepped into the first labyrinth. Welcome to the world of the resort fee. They call it a destination fee, an amenity fee, or a facilities fee. It doesn't matter. It's a phantom charge, a mandatory payment for things you either assumed were included or will never even use. That fee, often ranging from $25 to over $100 per night, supposedly covers your access to the lukewarm pool, the shoebox-sized fitness center, the free Wi-Fi that barely works, and the 2 small bottles of water in your room. It is the hotel industry's single most deceptive practice. It allows them to advertise a seductively low nightly rate, drawing you in, only to ambush you at the checkout page, or worse, at the front desk when you're tired from your travels and have no other choice. It is, in essence, false advertising with a legal loophole. But it doesn't stop there. Beneath the resort fee, other creatures lurk. Look closer at that bill. You might see a tourism improvement district assessment. This sounds official, like a government tax, but it's often a fee levied by a group of local businesses, including your hotel, to pay for their own marketing. They are charging you a fee to pay for the advertising that convinced you to visit in the first place. You might also find an energy surcharge, a holdover from past fuel crises that never seems to go away, or a housekeeping gratuity, a mandatory tip that removes your choice to reward good service. Before you've even put your key in the door, the price of your vacation has been quietly, systematically inflated by 30, 40, even 50%. Now let's get you to that hotel. You need to book a flight. The era of the budget airline has conditioned us to hunt for the lowest possible number, and the airlines know this. So they play a game of unbundling. The ticket price, you see, is not for a journey. It's for a seat. Just a seat. And maybe not even a specific one. Want to choose your seat so you're not in the middle, wedged between 2 strangers for 5 hours. That's a seat selection fee. Want to sit next to your own child. On many airlines, unless you pay up, the algorithm might scatter your family across the cabin. It's a cruel form of emotional blackmail disguised as a surcharge. Need to bring more than a small backpack? That'll be a checked bag fee for the first bag, and an even higher fee for the second. Some ultra-low-cost carriers now even charge for a standard carry-on bag, the one that fits in the overhead bin. The very concept of bringing luggage on a trip has become a luxury add-on. Then you get to the checkout page and see the real masterpiece of deception. The carrier-imposed surcharge, sometimes still called a fuel surcharge. This was created decades ago when fuel prices were volatile. Airlines added it to offset the unpredictable cost. But today, oil prices fluctuate, yet the surcharge remains remarkably stubborn. Why? Because it's not really about fuel anymore. It's pure profit. By separating it from the base fare, airlines can avoid paying certain taxes on it and make the initial ticket price look artificially low. It's a multi-billion-dollar lie printed on every international airline ticket. You'll also find booking fees for the privilege of paying online, or itinerary change fees that can cost more than the original ticket itself, punishing you for the unpredictable nature of life. You land, exhausted but excited. You just need to pick up your rental car. You walk to the counter, present your reservation, and the agent begins to type. The smile on their face is a little too wide. They slide a piece of paper across the counter. The number you see is double what you booked online. Your heart sinks. You've just entered the rental car gauntlet. First, there's the concession recovery fee. This is the rental company passing on the cost of doing business at the airport directly to you. They have to pay the airport a percentage of their revenue to operate there, so instead of building it into their price like any normal business, they list it as a separate, confusing fee, as if it's the airport's fault. Then you'll see the airport facility charge. This is similar, often used to fund airport construction or transportation, but again, it's presented as a mandatory pass-through that makes the rental company look like an innocent middleman. Look further down the list. A vehicle licensing fee recovery. The rental company has to pay to register its cars. A basic cost of having a fleet. But instead of pricing their service to cover their costs, they charge you for it separately. It's like a restaurant charging you a kitchen maintenance fee. You might see a tire and battery recovery fee, a few dollars meant to cover the cost of recycling old parts, or an energy recovery fee. The list is endless. Each one is small, just a few dollars here and there. But together they form a tidal wave of charges designed to overwhelm and confuse you when you're at your most vulnerable, tired, in a new place, and just wanting to get on with your vacation. The advertised price of $29 a day has become $129 a day, and you haven't even paid for the actual gas yet. The travel trap is designed to exploit your dreams of escape. But the fee-based economy is even more insidious when it targets not your vacation, but your most fundamental need, shelter. If you're a renter, you know the gauntlet begins before you even see the apartment, the application fee. In a competitive market, you might apply to 5, 6, 10 different apartments, paying $50 or $100 each time for a background check that costs the landlord a fraction of that. It's a profit center built on your desperation. You get the apartment. Congratulations. Now, do you have a pet? That'll be a non-refundable pet fee of several $100s, and a monthly pet rent on top of that. Your dog is now paying rent for floor space it doesn't even know it's using. The building has a pool and a gym, which is great, except you're paying for it through a mandatory monthly amenity fee, whether you use it or not. Then the truly bizarre fees begin to appear on your monthly statement. A valet trash fee, where you're forced to pay $30 a month for someone to walk 10 feet from your door to the dumpster. A pest control fee, a service that should be a basic landlord responsibility. A billing service fee, where you are literally charged a fee for the company to send you a bill. And if your lease ends and you need to stay an extra month, prepare for the month-to-month surcharge, which can jack up your rent by hundreds of dollars, punishing you for not being locked into another year-long contract. The rental market has become a masterclass in monetizing every single aspect of daily living. But surely you think it gets better when you own. You're building equity. You're free from the whims of a landlord. Not so fast. Buying a home is where you encounter the most expensive and complex web of fees in your entire life. It's called closing costs, a benign-sounding term for a financial onslaught. Let's look at your mortgage statement. You'll see a loan origination fee, which is the lender's commission for creating the loan in the first place, often a percentage of the entire mortgage. An underwriting fee pays for the salary of the person who verifies your financial life, a basic cost of the bank's business, passed directly to you. An appraisal fee, to have a bank-approved appraiser confirm the value of the home. a credit report fee, a flood certification fee. Then you have the title company fees. You'll pay for a title search to make sure the seller actually owns the home. Then you'll pay for lender's title insurance to protect the bank in case the title search was wrong. And you'll be strongly encouraged to buy owner's title insurance to protect yourself. You're paying for a problem to be checked, and then paying for 2 different insurance policies in case the check was done poorly. The government gets its cut too, of course. Recording fees to officially log the sale with the county, transfer taxes that can run into the thousands, and you'll likely have to prepay months of property taxes and homeowner's insurance into an escrow account, managed by your lender, who might also charge you an escrow service fee for the privilege. If you live in a neighborhood with a homeowners association, get ready for the HOA transfer fee, HOA capital contribution fee, and of course the endless monthly HOA dues themselves. The dream of home ownership is real, but it's paved with thousands, often tens of thousands, of dollars in fees that have nothing to do with the price of the actual house. The system has found a way to tax your fun too. The joy of live music, the thrill of a big game, the magic of the theater. But first you must pass through the gates of the modern-day ticket troll. Companies like Ticketmaster have perfected the art of the surcharge. You see a ticket for $50, a fair price. You add it to your cart, and then the assault begins. First, the big one, the service fee, or convenience fee. This is the primary tool. It's a massive surcharge, sometimes 20–40% of the ticket's face value, for the convenience of using their website, the only place you can buy the ticket. It's a fee for having no other choice. Then comes the processing fee, a mysterious charge that sounds a lot like the service fee, but it's separate. What is it for? Processing your payment? Isn't that the fundamental purpose of a transaction? But wait, there's more. A facility charge or venue fee. The venue itself wants a cut, on top of what they're already making from the ticket sale, concessions, and parking. So that's passed on to you. You're almost done. How would you like your tickets? E-tickets sent to your phone as a QR code at virtually zero cost to the company. That'll be a $5 e-ticket delivery fee. You're paying them for the privilege of not having them print and mail you something. The $50 ticket is now $85. You feel disgusted. But your favorite band is in town for one night only. So you grit your teeth and you click buy. And the system wins again. This convenience tax has bled into our everyday lives, most notably with food delivery apps. In a world of ultimate convenience, you pay the ultimate price. You see the price of your favorite burrito on the app. It's already inflated by $1 or $2 compared to the in-restaurant price. That's the first hidden fee. Then you go to checkout. You'll see a delivery fee, which makes sense, but then you see a service fee, which is a percentage of your food total that goes directly to the app company. Then there's a small order fee to punish you for not being hungry enough. In some cities, you'll even see a local operating fee, or driver benefits fee, passing the cost of complying with local labor laws directly onto the consumer. By the time you're done, that $12 burrito now costs $25 before the tip. Even the institutions we trust with our money, our banks, are masters of the fee. Overdraft fees are the most predatory, charging you a $35 penalty for a $5 miscalculation. Account maintenance fees charge you a monthly penalty for not having enough of your own money in their bank. Out-of-network ATM fees mean you pay your bank and the other bank for accessing your cash. Foreign transaction fees. Wire transfer fees. Paper statement fees. It's a system that profits most from those who have the least. And finally, we arrive at the great American battlefield of hidden fees. The car dealership. The dance is as old as the automobile itself. You negotiate a price on a car, you shake hands, you think it's over, but then you're led into the finance office, a small windowless room where the real battle begins. The finance manager pulls out a form, and the numbers start to stack. First up is the infamous documentation fee, or doc fee. This is a fee the dealer charges for processing all the paperwork. It sounds official. It is not. It is pure dealer profit, and it can range from under $100 to over $1,000, depending on the state and the greed of the dealer. Then there's the destination charge. This is a real fee from the manufacturer to ship the car to the lot, but it's often used as a negotiation smokescreen. Look closer and you might see a dealer prep fee. They'll tell you this is for washing the car and peeling the plastic off the seats. It's a cost that should be built into the price of the car, but here it is, a separate $400 charge. You might see an advertising fee, where the dealership co-op passes their marketing costs directly to you. They charge you for the commercials that got you in the door. They will try to sell you utterly useless add-ons as if they are mandatory. $1,000 VIN etching, where they scratch your vehicle identification number onto the windows, a service you can do yourself with a $10 kit. Or the classic nitrogen tire fee, charging you $100 to fill your tires with nitrogen instead of regular air, a benefit that 99% of drivers will never notice. Each fee is presented as standard, as non-negotiable. It's a war of attrition. They know you're tired. They know you're excited about your new car, and they exploit that emotion to pad the bottom line, so here you are. Standing in the middle of this invisible net. You see the threads. You understand the game. It can feel hopeless, but it is not. The title of this video promised you a way to kill them. So how do you fight back? It begins with one powerful transformative shift in mindset. The advertised price is a lie. It is the starting point for a negotiation, not the end point. You must treat every major purchase like a detective investigating a case. Your primary weapon is a single question. What is the out-the-door price? Ask for a fully itemized breakdown of every single cent they expect you to pay. Do not proceed until you have it in writing. Go through it line by line. Question everything. What is this resort fee for? What specific amenities does it cover that are not already standard at a hotel? What is this dock fee? Why is it so high? Is it negotiable? Very often, the mere act of questioning a fee will make a salesperson or hotel clerk nervous. They are used to people blindly accepting them. Your attention is a weapon. For things like dealer fees, you can often negotiate. Say, I understand you have a dock fee, but I'm not willing to pay $800 for paperwork. You can either remove it, or you can take $800 off the price of the car to compensate for it. Be polite, be firm, and be willing to walk away. The fear of losing a sale is more powerful than the desire to keep one padded fee. For hotels, book directly and call them. Ask about resort fees before you book. Sometimes just asking can get them waived, especially if you have elite status. Or choose hotels that explicitly advertise no resort fees. They exist. Vote with your wallet. For airlines and tickets, the fight is harder due to monopolistic practices, but you can still use tools. Websites like Google Flights will now often show the price, including a carry-on bag, giving you a more honest comparison. For concert tickets, your best weapon is public pressure. Complain on social media. Write to your political representatives. The outrage against these fees is growing, and regulatory bodies are starting to pay attention. In all cases, knowledge is your shield and your sword. Read the fine print. Read the reviews. Forewarned is forearmed. When you see a charge you don't understand, don't just pay it. Ask, challenge, dispute. If you pay with a credit card, you can initiate a chargeback for services not rendered or for fees that were not clearly disclosed upfront. This is a powerful tool corporations fear. The music shifts from investigative to something more inspiring and empowering. The visuals change to shots of people confidently questioning bills, shaking their heads no at a salesperson, and smiling as they make a smart purchase. This is not just about saving a few dollars. It is about reclaiming your power in a system designed to strip you of it. These fees, these surcharges, they thrive in darkness and inattention. They are attacks on the tired, the trusting, and the uninformed. They are designed to make you feel powerless, to make you feel like this is just how things are. But it is not. Every time you question a fee, every time you demand transparency, you cast a little bit of light. You're not just fighting for your own wallet, you are fighting for a more honest marketplace for everyone. The world is expensive enough without having to pay for things that don't exist, for services that should be included, and for the simple privilege of giving someone your money. So the next time you approach that final checkout screen, take a deep breath. Look for the net. See the threads. And remember that you have the power to question, to challenge, and to walk away. The price is not the price until you agree that it is. What's the most outrageous hidden fee you've ever encountered? Share your story in the comments below. Let's build an army of informed consumers and start fighting back together. And if this journey opened your eyes, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the systems that shape our world. Knowledge, after all, is the one thing they can't charge you a fee for.